Hi, hello, mabuhay. Welcome back to another episode of Krista's Curiosity with Ground Zero Radio at the Vera Project and with my co-host.
Hi, ni hao, I'm Long.
And today we're going to be talking about our fears, irrational and rational. But I'm going to let Long kind of take lead on this because I'm eating my salad.
I'm the host now.
So a little ASMR from me.
Yeah.
But off camera, and I'm just going to say this now because I want to turn it into a clip. But I was FaceTiming Jamar and then we were talking about fears because last night my parents were watching Annabelle. I don't know where they were, like the doll, the scary doll. I don't do well with like horror and like supernatural. Yeah, okay. See, this is gonna be a good like follow up to what I'm gonna say next. Is that Jamar? Because I asked him, I was like, "Are you afraid of like those type of things?" And he was like, "No, not really." And then he's like, "It's weird because I'm afraid of sharks." And then I literally paused what I was doing and I started laughing because I was like, sharks? But then but then I said that so long and he was like, "Oh, for real?" But then Moss was like, "You act like that's not a thing to be scared of."
Yeah,
in
like
real
what?
life.
Sharks aren't scary. But then, yeah, the more we thought about it, I was like, oh yeah, sharks are kind of scary.
They're kind of scary. I mean, they are scary, but I guess in my head, because it's like, what is the not percentage, but like, I don't think I'm going to see a shark in my life. So
Yeah.
that's why.
You know, honestly, I was just thinking about it just now. Like, Jamar has also went to Hawaii, which is a ton of water with sharks. So
No, but he's okay with water because remember, he's good with kayaking too.
Oh yeah, huh? That's true. That is true. But I guess I'll take over. Honestly, some like irrational and I'll start with irrational fears. Some irrational fears of mine is like not being good enough.
What? Those are. Oh no, that is irrational. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, what?
I'm just gonna eat my salad.
Yeah. Yeah, not being good enough, not being successful, which it's kind of like the same thing. But I feel like every person kind of goes through that just because you see like a lot of people all around you like doing different things or like they're doing like more than you and you're like, dang, why am I not doing as much as they are? But I think everyone should just realize that, hey, you say like your 13-year-old self right now, or like even younger, however old you are, like say your younger self, like look at you now, like and not think that, dang, whoa, that person is cool and everything to your future self now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how, well, but then again, it's gonna be irrational fear. So I think you're just always gonna be feeling like that, but better control of it. Cause like the more I think about it, like my 13-year-old self would be like, whoa, your current self is so cool and everything. So yeah. And then I think that's pretty much it for my irrational fears. Unless Krista, you would like to add on to your irrational fears, unless you want to keep eating your salad.
No, I second everything I always second what Long says because I feel like we have very like similar, like the way we think and then how we perceive ourselves and how we want others to perceive us is very similar. And sorry,
The salad's too good.
Yeah. I guess I interrupted earlier because when I feel like that's a rational fear in a way where it's like because if everyone goes through it, then it's almost not irrational anymore.
Right.
Where it's rational of just like imposter syndrome, not being good enough, and like, or not. I was like, not being able to. I was gonna say not being able to fail at something. I mean, not being able to succeed at something. So failure. But I think I'm realizing I'm kind of embracing all of those now, because I guess in my head it's more like the quicker you fail, the easier it's gonna be for you to learn later on, because then you can like pick up things faster and like know your mistakes. But I guess that depends on what you're trying to learn specifically and if you have like a mentor or like a good support group or like just don't be alone, I would say. Mm-hmm.
Unless you're that independent, and they props to you.
I
But
know.
yeah, having like a support group behind you, especially after you fail and everything, really can like bring you back up. Especially when you really think you might hit rock bottom because dang, I really just failed that. Dang, I couldn't do that. Stuff like
But
that.
you can. But you
Exactly.
can.
Exactly. Um, but yeah, moving on to rational
Mm-hmm.
fears. I've quite a few.
Scared
Now
of
that you guys
heights.
are meeting me, hey, listen. That's a pretty, I like heights.
I don't understand because he's tall too.
Yeah, I
So
know,
I'm like,
right?
are
Yeah,
you
I'm not
just
scared of being like up here, but like, I'm scared of being like all the way up in the sky. Cause I remember like in Korea when I went in the summer.
mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, we were like taking this like cable car up, and oh my god, it was like swaying a little bit, and like I was gripping onto the handles like super tightly because I'm just like I couldn't look around. But then like I just looked down, but even the ground was like there's like grates and stuff, so technically the air was like coming through and everything too. So I'm just like I'm looking at the ground and we're getting higher and higher and higher. And I was like,
Is it like because you're afraid of falling?
I think so.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know, cause like yeah, I'd say so, cause like when I look over the edge of like say the mall, like the second floor, like the South Center Mall, right? I
I
look over
could
the
jump.
edge and I'm like, whoa, that's kind of far down. And
Really?
yeah, I get like a little tingle and be like, whoa,
Whoa.
am I gonna fall and stuff like that? Um, yeah, and so I think I might have like just a fear of falling.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely have fear of spiders. I'm sure our audience can also relate to that because I hate spiders.
I hate spiders too.
Yeah, we
But if I have
spider.
to kill them, I have to kill them.
Yeah, gotta man up and yeah. I also
Sorry.
realized that I had another fear, which was
Sharks.
sharks. So honestly, sharks, I could say that. Since J-Bar was talking about, I'm like, dang. I mean, if I were to encounter a shark, I'd be like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, what's up, shark? And like try to go up to it and everything. I would never. I would freeze in place,
Who
right?
wants to?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, some people are like daredevils like that, though.
That's true.
Um, but yeah, I also realized that I'm like low key claustrophobic because I don't know, just the thought of like being like a tight box or like a tight space gives me the tingle
Before we
again.
were recording, Moss was like, "We're gonna put him inside the isolation booth, see how long he can stay in there for a whole day,
Alone in my thoughts.
without water, food, or bathroom break."
Hey man, that's not
just
fair. That's not fair working. I'm supposed to be a co-host.
that's also what you signed up for
That's
when,
so wild.
when you became my co-host.
I get trapped in her room, guys. Help me.
I didn't write a formal like contract, but this is part of the verbal contract now.
Yeah. She just said that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know coming in. I just agreed. I just signed it. I just signed it and agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which then going back to like the irrational part,
Yeah.
which ties into like my volleyball, because recently I go to like late night volleyball stuff to like help out my sister and also also to improve myself and like my friends and stuff. Um, and when Jamar and my other friend pulled up to like just like to surprise to like see what's been going on at late night volleyball, like I got nervous and I'm like, oh my god, I can't. I'm like scared to like do bad in front of them and everything, and that just goes along the lines of like me being afraid to like
Fail.
fail.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But speaking of volleyball, you guys should come support October 22nd, Thursday, 7:40 p.m. at the IMA.
Are your games always going to be on Thursdays?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be just one day out of the week because,
You
Yeah.
don't think you can commit to the other?
well, it is just one day a week though because you can only sign. Well, actually, you can make multiple teams, but like, I mean,
Yeah.
why would I want to do that, right?
Yeah. It's already hard managing one team.
Yeah, plus managing my schedule and everything.
Oh, yeah. So moving away from like fears, because that was a very spontaneous topic that Jamar had recommended last night.
hmm
How do you feel going into the school year? Your senior.
Oh my god, my last year,
Yeah.
guys.
Your 5th year.
Hey, my senior year. Yeah.
Your super senior.
My super senior year. Honestly, I'm like really excited because I had plans going in, and I need to stick to these plans because I want to do workouts. I want to be better at volleyball, basketball. I want to
Oh,
join
basketball
club.
too?
Yeah, because I'm planning to. I want to do intramurals for basketball
Oh,
in
you
the
know
winter.
Jamar is pulling up.
Yeah, well, he says he might, and I'm like, because he says he's gonna work, so I don't know.
Oh, that's true. Jamar is
Yeah.
a working man at Uniqlo
He's getting
Bellevue.
the bag. Go visit him.
Gotta make that money make work.
Yeah, he's apparently one of the best employees there, so
Yeah.
you guys gotta check it out yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to join clubs. I want to just get back out there, be more proactive, like I said, because after college, like I really have to step it up, so I might as well start stepping it up now rather than later.
See, that's where his extroverted side is coming out, which, again, from our first episode, I do not think he is an I.
Yeah, because like throughout the years, it was definitely an I, because like I didn't want to go anywhere. Like I'm just like, if I have to force myself to go like social events and like stuff like that. But now I'm more willing to do it. So yeah, I feel like more proactive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a change that I've noticed in you where I think before when me and you weren't close, like Jamar would have to drag you out to like come eat with us or just to go to the ECC, CTC, or just like walk around. But now like you're willing to do that.
Yeah, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think before it was like, I'm just going back to my dorm, guys.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill.
Like you hold up in there just
Yeah.
by yourself.
Yeah, I know. Which like I'm starting to get tired of, because I'm like, what am I doing? Like
He had a wake up call.
Yeah,
That's why.
Like I was giving myself a wake up. I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing? Like I should be out there. Yeah.
I think it helps because you're commuting too.
Yeah, definitely. Cause now that I'm commuting,
you have to make your time precious, and you gotta spend it
time
wisely.
is money, guys.
You gotta spend it like wisely, and I feel like that's something you'll definitely learn throughout this year. You'll definitely be tired. Yeah, because I
won't be able to take my naps.
Yeah, unless you take it underneath the cherry blossom trees, and then boom, K-drama.
A baddie shows up. Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, I'm just hoping, because I really wanted to like step away from like napping, because that's an hour out of my day that I could be doing other things in. Like,
but you gain an hour back when you nap, and then you do things with that extra hour that you took that nap with.
I guess that's true.
But it is late in the day.
Yeah, it is later in the day. So yeah, but like my schedule, like it starts at 12:30 and it runs till like 4:35.
And you're gonna be training, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be up there early in the morning because I want to hit a workout in the morning.
Oh, what's Long's ideal schedule then?
My ideal schedule
for going into
wake
this
up
year.
at 7:30, get ready, eat breakfast, maybe 7 even, because earlier the early bird gets the worm. But ideally I want to wake up at 7:30, around that range, get ready, eat breakfast, walk to the train station, take the train up, and then probably hit a workout. After the workout, I'll probably during the beginning, I'll probably just work on more volleyball stuff that I want to work on. And then transitioning probably like towards the middle of the quarter, I'll probably be studying or like doing like extra like note taking, stuff like that. Because I feel like I've like slacked off on like note taking, and I feel like since it's my last year, I really lock in. And then probably get lunch, then my first class, then probably just go through all my classes, and then maybe do more training after. If not, I'll probably just head back. Oh, maybe like during the first month, I'll probably head back because I still have to see my sister play volleyball, because I'm a big supporter of my sister, which you guys should too. If you guys want to come watch, you guys should come watch. Yeah, and then after that, just go home, maybe relax a bit, do some homework, eat dinner. I don't know if I have time to game, but if I can fit gaming in my schedule, I will try to do it.
See, that's also another thing I like stopped noticing, I guess, where it's like you do game, but I feel like you game a lot less because you're actually going out.
Way less.
Yeah.
Like, which I like a lot more. Because then by the time I come back from like everything, I'm like so tired that I don't want to get on.
Yeah.
And then I would like to be in bed and just read a book, which I started doing.
What are you reading?
I'm reading, I picked up a book from Barnes and Noble like before summer started.
Yeah.
And I just never read it. But I'm like, bro, I spent money on it, so I should actually read it. And so I was just like, it's about basically like a therapist.
Oh.
And like,
is it a self-help book?
No.
Okay.
No. It's like how.
I was like, Long, do we gotta talk off camera?
No, it's like behind the scenes of a therapist, like, but also like, what the therapist is going through behind the scenes, and then what she goes through with her patients, which I thought was pretty cool because I'm like, oh, maybe I can get like some insight. Like, oh, how do you handle stuff outside of that, and then how do you handle people within your like expertise?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's very fitting for you since you want to go down that route.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why I bought the book.
That also means you got to go to grad school.
One step at a time, guys. I got to take a gap year for
to work.
Yeah, to work. And
then
then
make that money, make purse.
Yeah. That's probably my ideal schedule.
Your ideal schedule? Okay.
What about you, Krista?
My ideal schedule? Every day it changes.
For real?
Every day it changes. Schedule? I say that because since I'm working with Seattle Center, like they allow me to have a very flexible schedule and I don't have to be up here unless I want to. Honestly, if I wanted to, I could just work from home. But because I try to push myself to still stick to an outside commute schedule so I don't get too comfortable at home, I come in mainly like Tuesdays and Wednesday and Thursday, but then because like I know it's gonna be raining season soon, I'm like, maybe I'll just like
that's so true.
Stay in and not go into office when it's raining,
Cozy
which is
up.
A very high privilege to have. Yeah, but I'll always be here with Long in the very project with Ground Zero with Moss in the back right now.
Except I'm gonna be locked up in a room. She's gonna be outside, but
I'm just gonna be recording him. He's 30 minutes in, guys, and he's freaking out.
Help.
Yeah. My schedule changes weekly, I would say. I've noticed that at Seattle Center and from the other interns that I've like interned with, but they left like in late July, early August, is that even her bosses, like they don't stick to a set schedule, which I noticed in my two bosses, which is pretty unique, I would say. Or maybe that's because we live in a like post-pandemic, or we're still in a pandemic, but like we live in a like for at least work, I would say it's like very different because we have that option of hybrid and remote. So, like, I can see why people don't want to stick to a set schedule.
Well, would you prefer a set schedule more than a
I don't know,
flexible?
because I used to think, because when I was in school, it's like, classes are like Tuesday, Thursday, 10 to like 12.
Right.
And then like later in the day, 2:30 to 4:30. It's like I kind of knew what was going to go on in my week without thinking about like, oh my God, change this, change that, right? Or unexpected meeting, or like cancel that meeting or what. So I guess like in the adult world, because I'm adulting, like not everything goes to plan, which makes me feel better about myself, because that just means everybody is just as human as me. So it's like if they mess up or like something goes wrong, it's not always like a personal thing. Like sometimes it's just by accident or coincidence. And that, that's just life. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly. Like, now that she's talking about that, I'm like, yeah, what? I mean, technically, I want to have, like, somewhat
of a set schedule.
Yeah, somewhat of a set schedule. And then, I can change around things here and there.
That's a very, like, privileged thing to say, though. And I, like, can acknowledge that, because I'm really lucky to work with Seattle Center, and my two bosses give me and the other intern, like, that flexibility. And I think I'm still going to look for jobs that are very much like that, because I don't think I could, like, I know I can do like a 9 to 5, like I can do like a set schedule if I wanted to, but I think about how that, as Emma said, you can do that, but at the cost of your mental health. And I'm like, yeah. And I also still want to make time to see you guys too, because I'm telling you, like, once we're 30 or in the next 5 years, like, who knows where we'll be, okay?
Yeah, who knows? We might not even see each other, which is a sad thing.
I know.
Yeah, we could be across the world.
Whoa, where are you
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna
moving to
be?
Japan, obviously.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I'm still having
Post depression.
trip depression, bro. I just want to go back, man. It's just so peaceful there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you gotta do school first.
Yeah, school
And
first.
you gotta get a job.
Yes, first degree, second job, and then yeah.
And it doesn't always happen in that order.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't
Maybe
happen
job
that
first
easily.
during my degree.
Yeah. Are you gonna look for on-campus things?
My brother was trying to help me get into like career fairs and stuff like
Ooh,
that.
okay.
So
Does your brother work?
Yeah. He
Oh,
actually works for the UW.
Oh.
At I forgot. That like the genome science lab.
Oh, okay.
So he's a coder there and
Ah,
everything. Yeah. He said, "Hey, but we need to get you on the career fairs. We gotta spruce up your resume and everything."
if you need help, I'm here. We're here.
I got resources.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this turned out like this episode became like so depressing as it like
Yeah, it started out with like funny fears. Well, not funny, but
fears.
not funny.
That might just be the thumbnail.
Yeah, funny fears is crazy. But
It got more serious because we can't always laugh and have a good time because
yeah,
I don't know. By the time we record another 3 episodes, probably
it's just gonna get more sad and sad.
No!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
it's gonna be great because Long is a captain of a volleyball team and he's gonna lead his team to victory.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm gonna still be working with the community and I'm gonna be doing a lot of community events still. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, like we hope you enjoyed this episode. Long, you have any final last words? Okay, and that's it.
No. Honestly, guys, you guys are amazing. Get over your funny fears, and
you can do it.
yeah, you can do it. And obviously, come support me at volleyball if you can.
You gotta win, as Kate says. You gotta win the I don't give a fuck war. Okay.
Yeah.
And be impulsive.
Yeah,
and
just do the things because life is too short, guys.
Oh my god, here you go with the quotes. You sound like Jamar now.
What can I say? Jamar rubbed off on me. What can I say? Yeah. But other than that, we'll be wrapping this up. My IG handle is long_HUI_HUI.
And before we wrap this up, to piggyback off what Long says.
Oh, my bad.
He's like, this bitch keeps talking. No, I meant to say that you can do it and you might look stupid for a little bit, but that shouldn't stop you because you might still look stupid doing it, but you should still do it because either way, you're going to get judged if you do it or you don't. So you might as well get judged doing it. That's what I want to say. But those are my imparting wisdom. Follow me at Krista_Urihudos and at Krista's Curiosity on Instagram and on podcast streaming. Go follow Ground Zero Radio and the Vera Project. And this episode will drop on YouTube. And
Better go follow that TikTok. Make us famous. I'm excited.
Okay, but we'll see you when we see you.
Yes.
All right.
Bye-bye.